What's going on, guys? Jacoborth back here with another video of Jacob's Life in Vegas, coming to you guys today to talk about real estate here in Las Vegas. This is a topic I like to get into every once in a while, at least a few times a year. I'll mention this or do some designated videos towards this, and I know people in the comment section like to talk about real estate in Las Vegas. Even if I do a video that's not really directly related to real estate, I like to talk about how it's doing here in Las Vegas, how the market's doing, and how it affects the local economy here. So be sure to subscribe down below for more videos in the future, because this is one that's going to affect those of you that live here right now, that are looking to live here one day, or maybe you're just wanting to invest here in the Las Vegas area. So I wrote a few numbers down here for the end of the year to talk about it and kind of compare it to how I've been doing lately in the real estate market. And these numbers I'll give you guys are all pretty accurate, but I'll tell you that when you're looking at least for me, when I was looking at resources online, it's funny, different articles, whether from like a realtor or from just, a local news source, whatever the case is, they all say they get their numbers from the Greater Las Vegas Association of Realtors. And the numbers are within a few $1,000s of each other, so just understand the numbers are going to be pretty good, but there might be a little variance in them, but nonetheless, the trends are the same and the patterns are going to be the same over time. So as we look at this now, I'll give you guys the median home price for the end of November. It was $298,000 here in the Las Vegas area. That's the median home price here. Now, to compare that to November of a year ago, it was $262,000. So you're looking at a $36,000 increase in the median home price from 1 year ago, from 12 months ago here in the Vegas area. Now, it's also actually you compare that to June, about 6 months ago, the halfway point of the year, we're at 293. And actually just in September, a couple months ago, we're actually up at 300,000. So it's actually cooled off a little bit here just recently, because for a while now, prices here have been going up and up and up and up and up over time, with percentage increases in the double digits, at some points, if you're looking from year to year. So there have been some good increases here in the housing market lately, because it's been going up quite a bit, compared to, several years ago, especially when I was first starting this channel, when home prices just needed to get stable in this area. Just to get stability was a good thing. Now it's definitely past the point where they got some stability, and there's been some serious growth in the area in recent years. So we also look at this, let's see, in December right now, there's 6,908 homes on the market. Back in May, early this year in May, there were 13,346. So the amount of homes for sale on the market, the amount of homes available has really shrunk down from just earlier in this year. So not as much supply as there has been recently. That has gone down. The prices have continued to go up. And we'll also look here to give you guys a comparison to when the peak was here to the low in Vegas during the recessions. That's one of the things a lot of people are scared about, is that the home price keep going up and up and up, and we're gonna get ourselves into another bubble, and the bubble's gonna burst, and then over the coming years, people are gonna be really hurting here locally. The economy's gonna be bad again, is what people are concerned about. Home prices are gonna go into the gutter again. Those are the big concerns that people have. Now, the peak of the boom here in Las Vegas was in June 2006. What I have here is $319,000 was the median home price. Some say $315,000, some say $319,000. Either way, that's the highest it was, okay? And then the bottom actually took all the way till January 2012 to hit the bottom at $118,000 was the median home price. So people lost some significant value in their homes, during that time. That's why some people just end up selling off their home, and moving on with it. So, that was what people are scared about right now, is that we're getting to that point, right? We're right around the $300,000 mark, which is not, $300,000 today is not the equivalent to $300,000 12 years ago, okay? Your dollar today is not worth the same as a dollar tomorrow. So, you're going to adjust for prices. Back then, you still have to just a little bit, because if say we get up to $319 again, $319 today is not the same as $319 12 years ago. So you have to do some adjustment for that. But even still, the prices are getting high. We're getting closer and closer to that point that people are like, okay, I've seen this before. I've seen the prices get really high before here in the area. And some people are concerned about what that means for the future, especially in the near future here. Some things to keep in mind actually for the coming year, or actually the Nevada here, the population growth, right? The Vegas area, the population growth is still at about 2% a year, which is high. And I think the national average is 1%, and we're double that. So we still have a lot of people coming here. A lot of people are going to be moving here. A certain amount of those are going to be home buyers. Here, Nevada did hit 3 million people in terms of population this year. So Nevada is, the most populous it's ever been in its history. And there's no shortage of people coming. Whether it's going to be a good economy or even a poor economy, people are going to keep moving here from other places, whether it be California, whether it be New York, whether it be, another country. A lot of people keep moving here to the area. Now, in the near future, It was interesting enough. I was actually at a conference earlier this year where I got to see Graham Stephan speak. He has a YouTube channel. He's a realtor in the Los Angeles area and a real estate investor, and I can link his channel up here or down below if you guys want to watch his stuff. And he did a good video on his channel about what he thinks will happen, in 2019 with real estate. And essentially, he just thinks that, when it comes to like interest rates, interest rates lately, his opinion was that they're at an all-time historic low that we may never see again in our lifetime. So the Fed, what he thinks is going to do is just kind of gradually increase interest rates throughout the year. They're not going to totally jack them up so that people freak out, but they'll increase them bit by bit so that people get used to them, gradually, and to try to help slow down and cool off some of the growth that's been taking place in the real estate market. With low interest rates, it's pretty easy to lend people money. It's easy to take out loans when the interest rates are that low, and they've been low for a long time. And they can't stay that way forever, right? The low rates won't stay forever. The high home prices won't stay forever. The economy is going to naturally, it goes up and down, okay? It doesn't stay down forever. It doesn't stay up forever. So, do I think we're going to have some sort of, monstrous crash here in 2019 where, the sky is falling and that kind of thing? I don't think we're going to have a huge crash here. I do think, just personally that at some point the market's going to be cooling off. It's already actually just cooled off just a little bit in the last couple months, but that may end up cooling off even more so. And even if things do go down, people talk about the crash sometimes. Like I just read to you guys the numbers here, right? From June 2006 to January 2012. Okay, that's about what, 5.5 years? Yeah, 5.5 years or so that it took to, for it to go from all the way to the peak to all the way to the bottom. 5.5 years is a long time to notice that things are going downhill economically. That's a long time to notice, okay? Fortunately, here in the U.S., our economy, we have a good infrastructure here in the U.S., okay? We're obviously a very powerful nation, a very developed nation compared to a lot of other countries in the world. So fortunately, our economies don't just crash like overnight, okay? We have a lot more infrastructure than that here in this country, and that's not really going to be the case here. So even if things start to go down, you'll have time to see. You can notice that things are going down, and you can really try to position yourself, as best you can before that. But I just want to hear what you guys have to say about this. I like to talk some real estate with you guys. I like to talk some economic stuff every once in a while. If there's something I missed, please feel free to put it down in the comments section. I really enjoy hearing the analysis that some of you do, when it comes to economic things here in the Vegas area. You guys like to talk numbers and things like that. I really do appreciate that. So if you guys have any more you want to say, you can put it down in the comment section below. If any of you guys want to talk to me about moving here, finding a job, whatever the case is, go down to Clarity. You can book some time to talk with me over on Clarity. If you guys want to support me on Patreon, link down below to support me on Patreon as well. That's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm Jacob. This is My Life in Vegas.